Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, Van Dweller, back with more classic Tetris Monthly Mega Dasters. This is our first annual DAS Championship for Classic Tetris Monthly. We've never done a 64-player Mega Dasters tournament until now, and we're doing it. Of course, DAS Masters started last year in July. It's been over a year. It's about time to do a big annual championship. So that's what we're doing. We've already made a lot of progress. What we've got for you right now is a bracket that is the color aquamarine. So that is the like now we have teal, but back in all of our mega tournaments, it's aquamarine. So that is what we are doing today. I don't have the bracket visualization until we are in the top 32, but I will go ahead and pop the bracket command in the chat. You can go ahead and click on the link to see the full bracket. It says Mega Dasters. Go ahead and click right on that. What we've got in this bracket, and we've got other stuff today going on, by the way, too. But in this bracket, we are going to see Serenity and Sorrow, aka Chrissy, who is a long time member of the classic Tetris community, has been around since pretty much everybody here, and she's now returning to the classic Tetris monthly fold to play here in Mega Dasters. Chrissy will be taking on Masy in round one, and the winner of that is going to take on Hana in round two. So that's going to be fun. Chrissy versus Masy, the winner versus Hana. I can't wait for this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at our rules. And the rules are that this is a 64-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical, mechanical, or even biological. No biological turbo. Players should heed the spirit of DAS. This is a DAS tournament, the press and hold play style that predominated in classic Tetris from the beginning until about 2018. So yeah, press and hold. You can add a quick tap at the end of a DAS movement and, kind of taps in the middle of the board. We are not too concerned about in an emergency. So yeah, press and hold. That is it. Level 18 starts all the way through. Same piece sets will be re-rolled in between each game of the match. We are not incrementing, we are re-rolling. Players, make sure that your hertz and input displays are turned on. In the early rounds, we are going to be best of 5, so that means the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Players, make sure you do not receive any advice or consultation while you are playing a game. One mind per game, and do not pause unless the commentator, that's me, tells you to. If you do experience tech issues like with OBS, the internet, or your computer, or whatever, just keep playing and wait for further instructions. Do not assume that it's not going to count and you should pause and say, hey, this isn't going to count, right? Okay. Just keep playing and I will figure it out, okay? And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which has reached $2,221.79. We will launch the full incentives and tiers and all that kind of stuff for once we hit the top 32. But yeah, this is going to be a championship caliber, or we're aiming to be a championship caliber prize pool. So thank you to those of you who have gotten us up to this amount already. Big shout out to Scott Gray and Madelsberger and Endog. Really appreciate that. Anyway, our prize pools are funded, as always, 100% by you, the fans. So if you want this tournament to get big, it is all up to you. There's no sponsors. There's no endowments, foundations. There's no secret cabal of billionaires funding this from their underground layers. No, it is all up to you the fans. So use the Matcherino command. Yeah, not yet. That's right. There may be soon, but someday, but not right now. But anyway, use the Matcherino command if you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links. The one that says Mega Dasters, that is the correct link. Click on that to be taken to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. You can see up in the top right-hand corner a button that says log in. Click on that to log in. You can use your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account, I believe, to log in. And once you're logged in, you'll see a button that says contribute, and you can click on that to contribute to the prize pool. Obviously, the prize pool keeps the players coming back month after month, and it's what makes this tournament a world-class championship caliber tournament. So it is all up to you. We just had a $100 contribution to the prize pool from Pseudo Canard. Thank you, Pseudo Canard. Very generous. That's going to get us up to 232179. Players really appreciate that. Okay, so that is how to support the players. To support the channel, we got a lot of different ways. We got every possible way I can think of. Great way to do that is to go to patreon.com/monthlytetris to make an ongoing pledge of support that keeps this channel going. You know, it's 2 in the afternoon on a Friday, right? Would we be able to be streaming a Tetris match at 2 p.m. on a work day without your support? No. So it's only because of your support and Patreon and everywhere else that we're able to run these to double the sizes of our tournaments. Our monthly tournaments are now 32. We've added a second 32-player tournament in Masters and are running other events like I gotta launch qualifying. Oh crap! But you know, Stupid Tetris Monthly. We're gonna be launching one for November. Coming up the next few months, we're gonna have the the Try Hard Cup, which is gonna be a tournament for open to anyone who has not won a CTM Masters event in the past. So yeah, we got all kinds of stuff coming up. So yeah, thank you to everybody who is making this happen, right? And you're getting something too because you are enjoying the benefits of a hugely expanded CTM experience, and it's all because of y'all. We got supporters on Patreon: Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal, Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Kakid, Javanti, Jason, Sunny. I gotta add Junior on here as well, and a couple other folks have to be added over on the right side. We'll get you in the coming days, so thank you for that. Also, yeah, if you want to use the support command, there are other ways to support us. If you don't like Patreon, you want to make an ongoing pledge, that's something you can actually do on PayPal. You can make a recurring payment now. It's a great feature. So if you want to do that, we do have a couple people doing that instead of Patreon. So certainly feel free to do that. If you're watching on YouTube, you've also got options. You got super chats and super stickers, super thanks. You've got channel memberships, gift channel memberships. Over on Twitch, you've got bits, you've got subs, you got gift subs, you got if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get a Twitch Prime gaming sub that you can apply to the streamer of your choice. Use it or lose it. Don't lose it, right? Because otherwise it'll go right back to Bezos. Probably more productively used by him than me, but you know, whatever. Yeah, throw money at me, okay? I don't want a DoorDash, all right? I've signed up with DoorDash, doing DoorDashes to keep CTM going. But anyway, all right. That is enough for me. So let me go ahead and bring up our play scene, and I'll kind of mess it around a bit. We'll get everybody on Stencil. Stencil. Remember Stencil? Oh my God, no, it's still a thing. All right, let me go ahead and reset transform. All right, we got some serious stencil fixing to do on this one, so please keep playing Chrissy because I will be stenciling so hard right now. I am very stenciling. I am stenciling a lot. All right, just give me 1 second. This is not. Yeah, just keep playing warm-up games because it's been a while since you've had to be on Stencil, and this is not the old Friday Witch Stencil which you would remember. This is the Vandy Stencil. So let me go ahead and get this all done here. Just bear with me. And I never know, of course, exactly what I'm going to be confronted with Okay, hold on one second here. Okay, we have the apartment people in the apartment checking the AC for mold issues. All right, this should be good. All right, this is good enough. And then we'll go ahead and set up cameras. There's that. We're getting our cameras going. All right, so we got plenty of camera to do. There we go. And Masy, I think we got to refresh our old pal Masy here as well. Yeah, the apartment people. Masy, are you on a different... Oh, you're on an alt? I don't know. Do I know what your alt is? Crap. Are you... Is it a secret alt or what? I don't know what your alt is. Oh, you miss your ping? Oh, I'll get your ping. Hold on. Where is your ping? Your ping is right here, so I have to dig into the... Oh, okay, I see it. Got it. Secret alts. All right, we're going to go ahead and refresh both of our streams. And then we will begin. Masy. All right, players, I am going to go ahead and give you some pieces in the chat. So go ahead and check the pieces there. AE3CB5. If we get a mod in chat to pin those, that would be a capital thing. Okay, AE3CB5 is what we are doing. Give me one moment, guys. Guys, I need about 2 or 3 minutes. I will be right back. I'm so sorry about this. It's unavoidable. I am so sorry, guys. Yeah, we're going to re-roll the seed. We will go ahead and start. Sorry, we just have the apartment folks are here to take a look at my persistent mold problem. And unfortunately, I had to step away. So my apologies, guys. We're going to re-roll the seed. It's going to be 9C4BAE. Yeah, anyway, my apologies, guys. All right, the new pieces are here, 9C4BAE. All right, looks like both players are ready. 9C4BAE. They've both signaled ready. I'm sure they're way, very, very ready. So let's go ahead and get these players underway. Mega Dasters 2025 Chrissy versus Masy in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Chrissy and aka Serenity in Sorrow. Now, Chrissy qualified in to this tournament into seed number 44 with a 925,000 average. Of her best 3 games played in a 75-minute qualifying period. It's got a PB of 1.24 million with DAS, so a 1.24. That is a top 55 score. And I'm not sure how many, I mean, everybody in this chat seems to be like very new, but Chrissy, kind of a foundational member of the Classic Tetris community. Chrissy played in the Masters events very early. Her first one was April of 2018. And in fact, that was actually the one that I played in against Green Tea in round 1, but played in the Masters event in April of 2018. And played, you know, several of the Masters events. Where did she go here? There she is. I'm trying to go on my list here. Yeah, played in April and June, and then we went on hiatus. And also played in July, and of course we went on hiatus, and I took it over in October. And she played in my October and November ones when I took it over in 2018. Chrissy also was the founder of Classic Tetris Pal and the old CTC Discord, I believe. She founded that, or was one of the early top mods involved with that. And the other kind of little known thing you don't know about Chrissy, 98,169 for Masy, is that she was actually the first person ever to play a restreamed game, and it was against me on Tetris Deathmatch. The first person who took me up on I was like sitting in chat, and I was like, guys, you can restream games of other people who are streaming on Twitch and then play against them competitively. And people are like, what does that even mean? How would you even do that? You can't do that. I don't even get it. And Chrissy was like, I'll try it. And then an entire online classic Tetris scene was born from that moment. 176 here for Chrissy, 264 for Masy. So yeah, Chrissy, the first player ever to play on Tetris Deathmatch, and Tetris Deathmatch was the first time that basically a restream game, as opposed to the way, when CTM was doing it before we were using a private server. Friday Witch was using a private server. I took that over for a few months to stream the games in, but it's like, no. So, you know, I stole the idea of restreaming from some Zelda 1 tournaments. I applied it to Tetris, and the entire online scene was born from that moment, and Chrissy was right there at the beginning. 202 for Chrissy, 298 for Masy. And on the right side, it's Masy. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. All right, on the right side, it is... Oh, and by the way, about Chrissy. Yeah, about Chrissy. Chrissy has been, was sort of absent from the classic Tetris scene for a while. Kind of stopped playing in 2021, came back, and she's about to top out here at 206. And Masy is good in game number 1. And recently, just this year, started coming back and playing Tetris for the non-pros, tnp.tetris.lol. And now is here back in the fold in Classic Tetris Monthly. And playing in Mega Dasters. That's your early... I discovered Tetris, so there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and get these players some new pieces. And again, apologies, players, for the delay. I had to go stick my face in a big moldy vent, and now I can't breathe, so that's good. All right, the fake Tetris official is here. (9F57C3), 9F57C3. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2, Masy up 1-0 over Chrissy in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So yeah, Chrissy's come back playing in Tetris for the non-pros after about a, 4-year hiatus. Picked up, started playing Tetris League, Classic Tetris League again, and now here in Mega Dasters. On the right side, Masy, seed number 53 from France. Masy qualified in with an 865,000 average of his best 3 games played in a 75-minute qualifying period. It's got a DAS PB, according to the list. The list says 1.18 million. That would be a top 90 score. And you have seen Masy in Mega Masters the last 2 years. You've seen him at CTWC DAS this year and played a bunch of Challenger circuit. Made his Masters debut in May of this year, and you also saw him play in Tap Masters. And is playing a bunch of Classic Tetris League and Classic, whatever Arcadian is, whatever that is. I still don't really understand. And someone in chat will go, "Oh, Arcadian is an 8-player Swiss." I'm like, I don't know what that is. Okay, but anyway, there you go. Chrissy versus Masy here in round 1. 148 for Chrissy, 164 for Masy. Yes, it is Friday. We have a ton of action for you today, by the way. So after this match, we will have another Mega Dasters match. This one's going to be just a round 2 match. It's going to be Merker versus Salted Sofa, and that's going to start in an hour and a half. Then at 6 p.m., which is, let's see, 12 plus 6 is 18 plus 5 is what? 20. What is 18 plus 5? 23. So 23 UTC. We're going to have a Masters Yellow bracket. That's going to be Crab Rangoon versus Paco is Taco. The winner takes on Tristop. And then there is going to be a Mega Dasters match right after that. Jordan versus Maestro. And I think they've sprayed something into the AC, and now it's in my vent, and I'm dying. Oh my goodness gracious. I might have to mute for a second, guys. All right, 300 for Chrissy, 284 for Masy. I mean, this was basically why I couldn't do anything in September, and now it's extending into October, so. $290 for Masy, 328 for Chrissy. All right, Chrissy now clean. Masy trying to set up on the center well. It's going to find an S piece. Thought he was going to use it, but nope. Able to get a cleaner stack here. Long bar down the middle. Masy 326. Tetris for Chrissy 365. Yeah, they are basically trying to kill me as I can. They sprayed some sort of cleaner into the AC unit, and now it's being pumped out the vents. And yeah, I just have to hold my breath and breathe through my shirt, I guess. 411 for Chrissy, 373 for Masy. Could I wear a mask for a bit? I don't have one. Or I don't have one handy. I think I have some left over from, you know, the whole big to-do we had several years back, but they're in storage. 379 for Masy, 458 for Chrissy. All right, there's a Tetris for both into 19508. Chrissy 429. Now 453 for Masy. All right, that S to the right for Chrissy could be a problem. She really needs a bar like right now. And if it doesn't come, she's going to be toast. And she is toast, but she's going to top out at 513. Masy gets a long bar down. The chase down 514. Is what is required. So Tetris is here worth 26,000, what, 400? And there's the Tetris for Masy, and Masy is good in game number 2. All right, the pieces are in the chat. Thanks for the pin, Danny. Appreciate that. All right, C157BO. All right, let's go ahead and get him started. Game number 3. Chrissy needs to win this one to tie it up and remain in the tournament. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, I think we have some sort of big poofy hat with ears. That should help. I think that'll help. You should have tried that earlier. All right, a skimming of Tetris there for Chrissy. 23,000, 22,000 for Masy. All right, Chrissy gonna get that S over to the left. Long bar down. Tetris for Chrissy, 75,000. There's another Tetris, Chrissy, 100,000. 81 here for Masy. Same line count, so ahead by about a Tetris, Chrissy right now. Ay, ay, ay. All right, that S flat. That's going to make this stack dealable. She's going to bring it down a couple rows, get a long bar down. Tetris. Might have to open the window. Which is weird because, we're in an apartment, so like everybody on the street will hear me being like, bang, Tetris for Masy. Oh my God, kind of weird. Have that coming out the window, but I might have to do it. I'm like yelling skibbity Tetris, right? And outside can hear and be like, what is going on in that apartment? 246 for Chrissy, 208 for Masy. My eyes are burning. Oh my word. It's all right, guys. Probably going to be my last broadcast ever. It's been very nice knowing you. Thanks for all the support. All right, so Masy's starting to spy around a couple of LJ dependencies. All right, there's a Tetris for Masy, 279, 318 for Chrissy. Oh, nice adjust for Masy to make room for that J piece. So hard to do with Das. But of course, relied on a couple of tippity-tapperoo to get that over there. You love to see it. 388 for Chrissy, 330 Masy. Tetris for both. Tetris, Masy, 384, 461 for Chrissy. One line apart. little less than an 80,000 point lead. It's about 3.5 Tetrises. What's going on, VSA? Danny's hanging out in chat. Arctic, T.O. Going on RXS 484 entry into 19 for Masy, and Chrissy in at 559 gets an immediate Tetris 583, so still about that 75,000 point lead, although Masy now clean and Chrissy is not. It's going to allow Masy to cut into this lead a bit. If he can get a bar, yes, finally gets one. A little dicey. He's going to chop this down. And now both players kind of digging fairly low, but really there's no such thing as a low dig on 19 for Das. I mean, it's always, you know, one placement away from disaster. Masy's board starting to really complicate here, that left side, and no, that is going to do it. Masy going to top out, and Chrissy will take game number 3, and she'll continue on in this tournament. When was the last time I I mean, it's got to be 2019. All right, so let me go ahead and pop the new pieces in the chat. They're going to be 977F63 when the players are ready. Chrissy, maybe going to start a max streak here. All right, while she's doing that, I'm going to go open the window or something, or at least crack it. Okay, Chrissy on 26, 847, still maxable. 18 lines to go. It'd have to be 5 Tetrises, 30,000 plus. So this would be maxable. And there's in a clean board now. So there's a Tetris. Oh, gonna miss with that Z, and that is probably gonna do it. As far as, unless she can kind of build a platform here, because she cannot burn all this down. So she's gonna have to build a platform and go for, oh no, and can't get it over. Yikes. All right, well, there was an attempt. 977F63 players. Good score. Beats my PB. What's going on, Chen? Hope everything went well with the apartment people. Well, honestly, they were skeptical. They're like, we don't smell anything, or every apartment smells like this. I'm like, no, they don't. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Game number 4. Chrissy looking to tie it up and force a deciding game number 5 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. And then I like they were like pulling the wall open and pulling out some parts. And then there was this kind of panel that had some like foam on it. And then I pointed to the foam and I said, look it, and things covered with mold. And they're like, is that mold? That's not mold. What? That I don't know what. I'm not an expert. I'm like, come on, y'all. Oh, the line spin from Chrissy. What the heck? Well, that's how you know Chrissy really wants to win. And they were like, oh, well, there's no mold in here because mold is hairy. Well, like I don't think you really know what you're talking about. It's not like moldy cheese. Okay. Well, these weren't the professionals. I mean, there was the maintenance guy and then some office lady. $80,000 for Chrissy, $64,000 for Masy. Well, I mean, this is probably... The problem is I don't know why you guys don't care, but the problem is like they kind of fixed it and it seemed like everything was fixed. And so in that time, it was time to renew our lease. So we did because we thought it was over. But now we're like locked into a lease here. So, and even though we could probably get out of it, it's a hassle. This is we're gonna have to move. Anyway, the mold saga continues. Chrissy with the overhang for the Vits. See if she can get the bar. It's a delayed Vits, and she gets the bar. Oh, and the pullback of the S piece. The bar comes and she gets the Tetris, and RXS was like, Masy, new gen stacking, but all of a sudden Chrissy's setting up crazy overhangs for delayed Vits and pullbacks and things like that. So Tetris for Chrissy, 228, 167 Masy. Vandy, if you were a Tetris piece, which would you be? Like spiritually? Like physically, probably like the the O piece. Spiritually? Which piece am I? I think I'm the Z piece, you know. Usually I don't fit, but I do have my uses. 308 for Chrissy, 269 for Masy. All right, so Chrissy maintaining the lead by about 40,000 points. Masy gonna miss, I think, a line spin. And he's like, well, why was I doing that? All right, but he's all good. He's gonna recover quickly. 318 for Masy, 378 for Chrissy. All right, 425 here for Chrissy, 331 for Masy. So Masy a little bit extra diggy here is going to allow Chrissy to extend that lead to about 80,000-ish. Danny says there's got to be one of those online quizzes from 2003 that tells you what Tetris piece you are. Yeah, like some BuzzFeed quiz or something. All right, Chrissy into 19. A little bit awkwardly here, though. 484. That left side, yes, needs that J piece. All right, just keeping it low. Masy with a good board. This should allow him the opportunity to maybe cut into the lead a little bit, although Chrissy's now clean and orderly. Actually set up for a Tetris in column 9 and gets it. 520 for her, 423. Tetris for Masy, but more importantly, brings that stack down by 4 rows after that misdrop or kind of under shift of that S to the left. There's nothing worse than the S to the left. Oh, and Chrissy starting to O-spire here. Okay, now the L to the left is what is needed. And no, she's going to cut off the lane for that. So that's going to be a top out at 542. The target for Masy, 543. So all Chrissy can do is sit and watch and wait and be British and whatnot. So yeah, she really needed that L to the left and was trying to hold out. All right, so, slowly but surely bringing this down. We'll see. Masy is actually set up for a Tetris, but the squares dropping in the middle of the board. And a skim and a triple there for Masy, 511. Tetris is on 26, should be worth what? 32,800? Is that right? So he's within one, somewhere in there. All right, so he's set up now. If a long bar comes, it's over. And yeah, getting droughted. And the long bar comes, and Masy is good in game number 4. And Masy is going to spoil Chrissy's return here in round 1. 3 games to 1. Masy, you will be moving on to round 2. Chrissy, you did amazing. As she says, I will be back. We hope to see you again in future months. Don't be a stranger. A true legend. The knowers know. So, anyway. GG's Masy. And we are going to bring in Hana. So let's go ahead and reset everything here. Round 2, this and that. Let me run some ads so I can make them dollar bills, y'all. Yeah, thanks, Chrissy. Hope to see you again. Yes. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. So goodbye. 30. What? 30. Hello. 21. Hana, are you on a alt or? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't remember if Hana's on an alt or not. No alt. Okay, good. Not famous enough for an alt. You will be, I believe. VSA is gifted a tier 1 sub, and QQWREF got it. So thank you, VSA DRN. I have so many unlocked things in the scene here. I don't like it. There it is. All right, players, just give me a moment here, okay? I will be right back in about 90 seconds, and I'll give you your pieces. Thanks for your patience. All right, everybody. Thank you for indulging me here. You know, it's a lot of chaos here at Chez Van D. All right, players, I will go ahead and drop the pieces in the chat. F48523. F48523. Gotta tell you, everybody, I'm just tired of dishonesty. I can't escape it. All right. Well, I am excited here to have Hana versus Masy. It's a pretty fun matchup. Mustache Cannon with the contribution to the prize pool. It's going to get us to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, which is amazing. Let's go ahead and get these players started in round 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It's like a meme in itself right there. All right, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. But anyway, thank you, Mustache Cannon, for the contribution to the prize pool. Really appreciate that. Very generous. See, now somebody's got to go in and fix it somehow. You got to fix it. You use your TI-84. That, well, yeah, you might want to return that. On the left side of your screen, it is Hana who qualified into this tournament into, seed number 21 with a 1.02 million. That was the average. The best 3 games played in a 75-minute championship qualifier. Hana has a PB of 1.27 million, which is a top 30 score on the PB DAS list. What is this? Aquamarine bracket? There we go. I should probably report that at some point. So Hana, 82, 98,000 for Masy. Hana is a former Hopeful Circuit winner back in November of 2023. And you've seen Hana like really all over classic Tetris scene. Also helps check quals in CTM. But you've seen Hana in CTWC's silver bracket. Hana, by the way, deserves a Liquipedia page, so I don't know why there is no Liquipedia page. But yeah, Hana in CTWC, silver. You've seen Hana at Genesis last couple years. Played in Hana, also the kind of organizer of the Mega Disasters tournament that's running in parallel with this one. This was the top 64 qualifiers, and Hana took the next 32. And I was like, well, I'll allow you to run this only if you call it Mega Disasters, because that's funny. They're like, no, I don't want to call it that. And then eventually it was like, oh, I'm coming around to that name. So we're calling it Mega Disasters. But anyway, Hana has played in multiple CTM DAS Masters tournaments, also played in DAS Champions League. And yeah, qualifying, checking, doing a lot of, one of the low-key, one of the most useful things that anyone does for me is done by Hana. These are 246, 337 for Masy. Which is, you know how like you qualify into higher tier tournaments if you win, or if you get into the semis rule or finals rule or whatever it is. Hana's the one who tells me what those are when I'm launching the tournament every month. And that is low-key one of the most useful things that anyone does for me. So thank you, Hana. Hats off to you. On the right side of your screen, it is Masy. Seed number 53 defeated Chrissy in round 1. Masy from France, 865,000. That was his qualifier. Got a PB of 1.18 million, top 90 score right there. Masy made his Masters debut in May of 2025. Also played in Tap Masters. Played in Mega Masters. Masy's first match ever was against Ian Keith. And Hana's was against Kitten. Back in Hana's was April of 2021. 394 for Hana, 470 for Masy. Mega Disasters is phenomenal, says T.O. Well, all credit goes to Hana. I haven't seen any of it. I don't know where it's streaming. I haven't seen any of it. I haven't had time. I want to watch some of it. And I guess it's being restreamed in the community. But Hana, if you want to do the finals on Monthly Tetris, I mean, go for it. 541. Or even if you want to do preliminary brackets, I don't care. As long as we're not streaming here, go do what you want to do. 549 for Masy, 447 for Hana. So about 120,000 point lead for Masy. He's going to tack on here. 601, 479 for Hana. Tetris, Hana, 506, 654 for Masy. Oh, and Masy in kind of a top-out spiral. That's a top-out for Masy at 660. So Hana with a chase down. 661 is the target. This would be over 140,000 point chase down, but he's got a good board here and a lot of runway, so we'll see what Hana can do. All right, Tetris ready. Long bar, Tetris, Hana, 581. Oh, gonna miss with that S piece, and that's gonna cause another misdrop. So this is gonna be very tough here. Hana gets a long bar in, and now just focused on surviving, trying to bring this stack down. We can get the, last 60, 70,000 we're gonna need. And still alive and surviving, and it's low board now, and board getting into shape here. That's a good triple. Now 30 lines to go, and Tetris is here worth north of 30,000. So basically 2 Tetrises would do it. And the board in pretty good shape right now. The 5 below, are you serious? What a mad lad. Masy's like, just get it over with. All right, there's the triple one. Okay, good board here. Get set up for a Tetris. There's a triple. Still 12 lines to go. I like it. 9 lines to go into level 28. 12,000 points needed for the chase down. The well is open. A triple and a double and a triple, and that is gonna do it. Hana using the entire runway to chase that down. Oh, is going to set up for the Tetris at the end, because why not? And there it is in column 9 to cap it off. So great chase down for Hana. Nerves of steel. And some real maneuvering there to get out of a couple of dicey situations. So Yeah, very, very, very good chase down from Hana, who will take game number 1. Oh, did you? Oh, you almost got a level 30. Oh, shoot. I missed that. The composure was insane, says Giovanni. Well, Giovanni, you would be an expert on all things Das Masters. All right, the new pieces are here. C5, 3, 5, 2, 6. All right, looks like one player is ready. C5, 3, 5, 2, 6. Oh, nobody's pinning seeds here. Yeah, we got to pin seeds. C5, 3, 5. There we go. Hana, I'm pretty mad. You're a mod in chat. You're not even pinning seeds. What the heck? All right, there we go. C5, 3, 5, 2, 6. Both players ready. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I can pin a seed once in a while. It's fine. All right, game 2 underway. The winner of this will take on someone. Yeah, we'll take on Tristop in the round of 32. You know, you only got to take on the first player ever to get a 1.3 with Das. No big deal. It's all good. All right, 30,000 for Hana, 68,000 for Masy. Masy all Tetrises so far. Tio will pin them in spirit. Will you pin them in reality? All right, another Tetris Masy, 137, 59,000 for Hana. All right, we'll try it on. I called your bluff. You're like, I'm not a mod, so no. Well, now you are a mod. See what happens. 127 Hana, 183 for Masy. So Jonas Cup starting in a week. That is CTWC's North American DAS tournament in Portland at the site and event that they used to hold their World Championship. I am excited to watch that. $164 for Hana, $275 for Masy. Do we know any players who are traveling from overseas to go to Jonas Cup? Just curious. I think, didn't Robin say she was going to go out? Did I understand that correctly? No? I don't know. That would be weird, though, to like fly out from Europe to win a qualifier to go to Europe. It's like, oh, I can't fly back home unless I win this tournament. That's a lot of pressure. 201 for Hana, 335 for Masy. So Masy up by about 110,000 points, 112. With a few lines in hand as well. So it seems like it's been a little bit of a fight for Hana so far, and easy peasy so far for Masy in game number 2. Mr. Brain's neighbor's dog is barking incessantly. Oh, Giovanni said, starting my job on Monday. Congratulations, Giovanni. I'm going to scroll up to see that. All right, Tetris for Masy, 509. There's one Hana, 357. So 150,000 point lead for Masy as we approach level 19. Hana may be looking to work some of that chase down magic again. Post 19, 405 into 19 for Hana. 557 for Masy, 2 lines away from 19. And there's a Tetris Hana, 433. All right, Tetris Hana, 463. Oh, kind of a combo there for Hana. Ends up creating a gap, though. Tetris Hana, 494. There's one for Masy. So, you know, still about 145,000 point lead for Masy. That J to the left, though, that could be a real problem. And then the J to the right, and then the S to the left. It's going to be a top out for Masy at 649. Another chase down opportunity for Hana. 650 is the target. 650, that is the target. There's a Tetris for Hana, 594. Level 24 Tetris is worth 30,000, so really just 2 Tetrises away, but a lot of runway. Hana used it all in the previous game. All right, nice triple. Just bring the stack right back down to the bottom. Tetris is now 31,200. Which would be almost enough Okay, really needs a bar to the right. Can chunk this down. Oh, that's going to be a great J piece. Now just waiting, burning, blocking the well just as the bar comes. And there's a bar and a Tetris and another chase down for Hana, who will take game number 2. Just icy. Where do you learn that? All right, Hana gonna close this out, because why not? Oh, and Tio pins the seed. Anyway, GG's Hana, you have succeeded in game 2. Hana says, little delayed. Well, aren't we all? All right, the new pieces are here. BD3E62. BD3E62. What a chase down. I mean, just, don't ever get a lead on Hana. I mean, that's really the... You can't... What are you going to do? Chase you down. All right, both players ready in game number 3. Masy needs to win to stay in 3-2-1 Tetris. Meme says, wait, Masy, I never knew you had long hair. Crying laughing emoji. Crying laughing emoji. What's going on, Meme? Meme will be playing in this tournament at some point, right? You're in it, aren't you? Where are you? Are you in this one? You are. Seed 17. Yeah, so you are in the maroon bracket. Oh, it's the sob emoji? Oh, I thought it was the crying laughing. It's very small in the chat thing that I'm looking at. The chat is very small, so I couldn't really see it. Java and T with the raid party at 3. All I saw was tears, and it looked like some sort of crying laughing. It is also funny, LOL says Meme. So it's sad and funny. What's up, Javan T? Tetris Hana 140, 77,000 for Masy. I don't know. I gotta be honest, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna get through the day. Like he just sprayed this cleaner into the AC unit, and it's just spreading the fumes of the cleaner throughout the entire apartment through the vents every time the AC comes on. It's like, a little warning, maybe. What's up, Leo? Yeah, we're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So someone needs to do something to correct that. Don't turn on the AC. I mean, I'm in Texas, y'all, so I'd rather not be able to breathe than be hot. I feel like the end of this story is going to be like, there'll be some news report There's a popular online tournament organizer has died. He complained for weeks on a persistent mold problem, and neither his fans nor his apartment complex took it seriously, and he has now died. That is what I feel like is going to happen. that is what I feel. Oh, Masy is in a top out spiral, and that, oh no, and that is going to do it. Masy is going to top out in Hana, just totally indestructible. The Terminator has taken out Masy 3 games to none. So Hana, you will be moving on. Masy, you played well. You knocked out Chrissy. You were going gung-ho with a lead on Hana in the first 2 matches, but Hana is the Terminator. Well, GG's Hana, we will report this to the Centralized Tetris Reporting Authority. And I was considering just streaming in between these matches today just to fill in the time, but I feel like I need to go get some fresh air while I have the opportunity. In a half hour, we will have another match in this event. It's going to be Merker versus Salted Sofa. That's starting in 33 minutes. So let me go ahead and report this to the government. There it is. You've all been reported. And I want to give a big shout to everybody who supported us during this stream. Thank you for the follow, Serenity, Lashal, and QQ Ref. That was a gift sub to you. Paldat Tetris Raid, Javanti Raid. VSA was the one who gifted the tier 1 sub. So appreciate that. Thanks to our patrons, Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Den, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat, Javanti, Jason, Sunny, Jr., everybody else on this slide, and everybody else who has yet to make it in this slide. You know who you are, and you are thanked as well. Prize pool sitting at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Which is hilarious. So thank you, Mustache Cannon, for getting us there. Pseudo Canard. Please change Masy's photo. Why? It's a good photo. I like it. Pseudo Canard, thank you for the $100. Appreciate that. Nate with the $100 last night. So we are at 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are all amazing. All right. I'm going to take the opportunity to go get some fresh air out on the patio while I have the chance. Join me in a half hour for Merker versus Salted Sofa in Mega Dasters. See y'all later. Take care. It's making Masy sad. I mean, send me a good new photo. Send me a good one.